Next is regarding the diagnostic measures. Digital rectal examination that can be done with the finger, can be inserted through the rectum, and we can feel the posterior part of the prostate gland. If any tumor is there, we can feel hard nodule, asymmetric nodule. But if a tumor is anteriorly placed, we cannot feel these things. So there is limitations. Other one is PSA, prostate specific antigen, normally 0 to 4 Ng per ml. If it is more than normal, we have to go for other test. Diagnostic evaluations like prostatic acid phosphatase also can be done. That is also a prostatic isoenzyme which will be increased during this cancer. But the biopsy is considered as a definitive diagnosis. Biopsy is done with the help of transrectal ultrasound. Mainly transrectal resection of the prostate gland is being done for the biopsy. Otherwise, bone scan, CT, MRI also can be done to find out the extension of the disease. Staging, there are mainly 4 stages: stage 1, 2, 3 as well as 4. Stage 1 means only the PSA level will be greater than 10, other things will be normal. Stage 2, we can feel the nodule or the lump by doing the digital rectal examination. We can see the tumor by imaging, and the tumor is commonly confined to the prostate itself. There will not be any lymph node involvement as well as metastasis, but the PSA level will be about 10 to 20 Ng per. And third stage, cancer will be outside the prostate gland. Possibly it will be spread to the seminal vesicle, but it is not considered as a metastasis. PSA level will be in any level but more than normal. And stage 4, the tumor size will be any size, but there will be lymph node involvement as well as metastasis. PSA will be any level. And there is a scale which is determined by the pathologist. We are not using it. This I have just kept for information. So Gliason's pattern scale is being used by the pathologist. Here there is mainly 5 points. Basically, it is calculated for 10 points. So 2 slides are being taken, and the differences of the cells are obtained. We are not going in detail. Coming to the management, active surveillance or watchful waiting can be done. If the patient is in stage 1, we can annually do the PSA as well as DRE, and we can monitor the situation of the patient so that we can avoid major sometimes it can be like a standstill, so we can avoid unwanted procedures. Surgery is the apt treatment, radical prostatectomy. Otherwise, cryotherapy or orchiectomy also used to be done. So radical prostatectomy, the entire prostate gland is being removed along with the seminal vesicle as well as bladder neck, that is ampulla. Along with this procedure, sometimes a retroperitoneal lymph node dissection, lymph nodes, associated lymph nodes also is being dissected. It is always done as a separate procedure after the radical prostatectomy. This is done to prevent further spreading of the disease, because prostate cancer is always malignant. So for this, 2 approaches are being used: retropubic as well as perineal resection. So in this retropubic resection, the lower line of the abdomen, there is been an incision is being created. Here, by creating this incision, we can remove the prostate gland as well as the pelvic lymph nodes. The other approach is perineal resection. You can see the image. The incision is made in between the scrotum as well as the rectum. Other approaches like laparoscopic approach. Commonly nowadays we are going with the laparoscopic approach, in which minimal small incisions are being made instead of large incision made in retropubic as well as perineal resection. And comparing to the side effects of other surgeries, there will be less bleeding, less pain, as well as faster healing of the wound. And robot assisted surgeries are also coming up nowadays. Aftercare is very important. The patient will be having a large indwelling catheter, so care of a catheter. Drain is left in the surgical site, so care of a drain. Careful dressing should be done, as well as perineal care should be done in perineal approach. So perineal approach, what is perineal approach? The incision is made in between the scrotum as well as the rectum, anus. So after each bowel movement, we have to do the care. Hence only we can prevent the infection. Hospital stays based on the surgery may be 1 to 3 days, but in all advanced age, it may be 1 to 3 weeks. Most of the complication is related to erectile dysfunction as well as urinary incontinence. Sometimes the erectile dysfunction will be restoring within 24 months. If the surgery is involved, the nerve approach, sometimes nerve also will be removed. In that cases, sexual dysfunction may be permanent. So in other cases, we can give Viagra or sildenafil to improve the sexual function. Kegel exercise should be taught to the patient in order to strengthen the urinary sphincter, and it will help to improve the continence. Other complications related to the surgeries are hemorrhage, of course, urinary retention, infection, wound dehiscence. So message me what is wound dehiscence. Deep vein thrombosis, pulmonary emboli, because invasive procedure as well as they will be bedridden.